Look at the look right there. If we pause it together, look at that look on the jury. Yeah, they get it. Here we have an incredibly hilarious movie, My Cousin Vinny. Many people are very, very familiar with it, but there are subtleties throughout this movie that the writers get, and they got that from talking to professionals. They got that from actually talking to people that have been there, done that, started the movie, because there's some reality that's peppered throughout all the funny that Vinny actually brings, and Marissa Tomei, bless her soul, I don't think she's dead. There's these little tiny threads of truth, and I'm here to kind of point them out to you. What's the big difference between the public defender and Vinny? Who Vinny is, yes, admittedly very inexperienced. Vinny doesn't have much experience, period, when it comes to trying a murder trial or any trial. So that's the backdrop. And then we have a public defender that has actually tried multiple trials, and we're comparing those two. What's more effective with the jury? Also, you get to keep in mind, we're comparing his demeanor with the judge, his demeanor with the prosecutor that we're about to meet, and how somebody, even though they don't have all the experience in the world, they have all the heart in the world and all the common sense in the world. And we're about to see why he was able to do what he did throughout that trial right here. So let's look at it together.
Counselor, your statement, sir.
Okay, never slap your client, pat on the back before you're going to address the jury. It's not a cool move. Okay, he just looked cocky as all get out. That's not a good approach. You don't want to be cocky in front of a jury. The jury is a set of folks that you don't really know, and this is an opening statement. So you're getting to know them. I'm not saying be scared of them. It's just at this point, this should be a get to know, eye contact, see who's paying attention, who's not. Very important stuff. I mean, I'm going to call all sorts of penalties on just the walk up to them so far. Let's carry on.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, on
That's not even the worst thing that's happened so far. Still, the worst thing that's happened so far is he slapped his client twice in the back and walked cocky to address the jury. Now I'm just feeling bad for him, and the jury should be feeling bad for him too. I mean, look at the look on their faces.
convenience store, but he didn't kill.
Okay, you don't want to be snotting on any level in front of a jury. It's just not good to just sniff, snot, blow your nose, take care of business sinus-wise.
We intend to prove that the prosecution's case,
And absolutely no spitting, ever. At least not on them.
is circumstantial and coincidental. Thank you.
Okay, he's walking away from him like he just hit a home run in the World Series. That did not appear to be a home run in Little League, let alone the World Series. But that's what he's doing. He's walking away like he just completed something. The reality is body language matters. Absolutely no confidence that any client would ever have in this particular opening statement. But he did do one thing right. I do want to point out one thing out. He kept it short. That's important. Attention span is a very big deal. You want to keep it short, to the point, and frankly, articulate. You don't want to be blowing your nose, walking like you're cocky, slapping your client. No, this is a get to know you time, and that is a very, very precious time in court. You've got to get to know who you're working with.
That's it. What about everything we talked about?
Well, I get a little nervous.
A little nervous.
I'm getting better.
That's not ever anything anybody ever wants to hear. I'm getting better. Now we're going to talk about this scene where they're interviewing a witness. They, meaning both defense counsels, are going to be interviewing one witness. And this is very important to see kind of the difference of what preparation means and what it doesn't mean. Here we go.
Well, would you care to show those eyeglasses to the jury, please? Thank you. Thank you. Now, Mr. Tipton, were you wearing them that day?
No.
Yes, you see, you were 50 feet away. You made a positive eyewitness identification, and yet you were not wearing your necessary prescription eyeglasses.
They're reading glasses.
You never ask a question that you don't know the answer to, or you have that look on your face.
Mr. Could you tell the court what color eyes the defendants have?
Brown, hazel green.
Okay, that was damning. Brown, hazel green, from 30 feet away. Again, asked a question he did not know the answer to. Never do that. And you start sweating.
No more questions.
No more question. He's threatening. Ooh.
Mr. Gambini, your witness.
He's a tough one.
Yes.
Let's see what a little research they can do.
Mr. Tipton, when you viewed the defendants walking from their car into the sack of suds, what angle was your point of view?
They was kind of walking toward me when they entered the store.
And when they left, what angle was your point of view?
They was kind of walking away from me.
So would you say you got a better shot at them going in and not so much coming out?
You could say that.
I did say that. Would you say that?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, little homework was done before he asked every question.
Is it possible the two defendants entered the store?
I want to comment on that look to the judge, because the judge had just chewed him out pretty good about saying the word utes instead of you-s. And he doesn't care that the judge doesn't like him. He doesn't care throughout this whole entire movie that the judge is giving him crap. He doesn't care that the prosecutor is making fun of him almost. He cares about what the jury thinks. He cares about what really matters, and that is the freedom of his client. And the jury is the only one in that room that calls for that.
Pick 22 specific items off of the shelves. Had the clerk take money, make change, then leave. Then, two different men drive up in a similar... Don't shake your head, I'm not done yet. Wait till you hear the whole thing so you can understand this now. Two different men drive up in a similar-looking car, go in, shoot the clerk, rob him, and then leave?
No.
This is beautiful. So he lays it out perfectly. Two men going in. Boom, boom. What angle did they come in at? What angle did they leave at? How long did you see him for? Blah, blah, blah. He lays it all out there. And he makes him commit to, no, that's impossible. That can't happen. Keep that in mind.
Damn enough time.
Well, how much time was they in the store?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Are you sure?
Now we got a time frame. This is good. So we've got the angle, we've got the comings, the goings, we've got him committing to things. So him being this witness here seems like a very nice man too. So keep that in mind. I mean, most juries are going to be prone to believe a fella that looks a lot like this guy. I mean, he looks like a nice guy.
Did you watch? Oh, I'm sorry. You testified earlier that the boys went into the store and you had just begun to make breakfast. You were just ready to eat and you heard a gunshot. That's right, I'm sorry. So obviously it takes you 5 minutes to make breakfast.
That's right.
Right, so you knew that. Do you remember what you had?
Eggs and grits.
Eggs and grits. I like grits too. How do you cook your grits? You like them regular, creamy, or al dente?
Just regular, I guess.
Regular. Instant grits?
No self-respecting Southerner uses instant grits.
He's done. He's done. He's got him right where he wants him. Everybody knows, and he just said no self-respecting Southerner would do instant grits. Look at the look Right there, if we pause it together, look at that look on the jury. Yeah, they get it. Yeah, no self-respecting Southerner would do instant grits. Vinny is slowly building his case to make this man that looks like he would be believable look incredibly wrong.
I take pride in my grits.
So, Mr. Tipton, how could it take you 5 minutes to cook your grits when it takes the entire grit-eating world 20 minutes?
How does Vinny know this? Maybe he researched it. He also knew he ate grits and eggs for breakfast. How does he know that? He interviewed that man right there. He asked him, what did you eat for breakfast? He's not asking one question he does not know the answer to. This is very, very, very important because now he can say, your story doesn't make sense. My crazy story I started out with that did sound crazy at the time is starting to look a whole heck of a lot better than yours.
I don't know. I'm a fast cook, I guess.
I'm sorry, I was all the way over here. I couldn't hear you. Did you say you're a fast cook? That's it? Are we to believe that boiling water soaks into a grit faster in your kitchen than on any place on the face of the earth?
I don't know.
Well, perhaps the laws of physics cease to exist on your stove. Were these magic grits? I mean, did you buy them from the same guy who sold Jack his beanstalk beans?
Objection, Your Honor.
Objection sustained.
It doesn't matter. The joke got in. That was pretty good.
Are you sure about that
Tipton,
5
you can
minutes?
ignore the question.
Are you sure about that 5 minutes?
I don't know.
I think you made your point.
Are you sure about that 5 minutes?
I may have been mistaken.
Boom. Everybody, even the gavel of that judge is trying to mute what Vinny just did, okay? Because the judge doesn't like Vinny. Vinny doesn't care. Hence, the judge doesn't like Vinny. Nobody likes Vinny in this courtroom, but the jury is starting to see, these kids are getting set up. So over that slamming, that's why he had to raise his voice, raise his voice, raise his voice. Very important tactic that jury heard that he's wavering. He's unsure now.
I got no more use for this guy.
Actually, I like the way he caps out right there. It's pretty cool. I got no more use for this guy. Might use that sometime. Hey, thank you for watching this with me. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell, subscribe to our channel. I'd love to keep watching these with you. I have a great time doing it. See you next time.